Hello and welcome to the show. I am back on my summer car. Well, you can just about see the vehicle in and around the corner after last time out's tests. Going to hopefully be starting work on the engine. I mean, order of the day is going to start off by trying to get the car into the garage. Now, I don't know how well this is going to go. We shall, have to wait and see. Some people pointed out that if I'd been smart, I could have pushed the car, once I got the wheels on, pushed the car straight into here. Would have made sense to do that, only I didn't really think about it. And I pranked it around, and now the car's over there, and I've got to figure out what on earth I'm going to do with it. I am hoping that we can just push the car back. I don't know if we can steer it when we're pushing it. We can tow it if it's really stuck out here. That's what we were messing about with last time. So yeah, we can tow it if it really is well and truly stuck. I don't know what the push key is though, so player controls. We have got J. So J is to push the vehicle. So J, right, okay. Did that do anything? No? Aha! Right, okay, there we go. Right! Aha! This is working surprisingly well. Okay, car, we shall push you back. Now, I don't quite know how we're going to get it turned. I'm hoping if we push from the front, we can just tip the car sideways. I say tip the car sideways, you know what I mean. Kind of spin the front. Aha! We can! We are super strong in this. We are super strong indeed. Okay, that worked a lot better than I was expecting it to, in fact, because we are now roughly back in position. I don't know if this is going to what I should probably do. Actually, before we get too distracted with that, shall we go and have some food? We'll fill that up. We shall have some drink and then go to sleep. Unfortunately, this does mean that it's probably going to be nighttime. We're going to be pushing the car about in the dark. It's kind of a thing we're going to have to do, though, because fatigue is very, very high after a surprisingly successful day of work last time out. So we shall go to sleep. I don't know how much does this adjust? Okay, adjust the bars a little bit. Nothing too terrible. Okay, it's going to be pitch black. What time? I don't know if this has like a set time to wake up, or whether it is just so many hours. Oh, bugger. It's really dark in here. Here we go. That's a little bit better. What is the time? Okay, so I think you wake up at 4 a.m. every morning. So I don't know if it matters what time you go to sleep at. It does look like you wake up at 4 every morning, which is going to be dark, and now I've got to go for the morning wee, of course. It's going to be dark, but we are going to be working inside the garage today, so it doesn't really matter anymore if it is dark out or not. Alright, we will apparently, I was reading, you can drink your own urine if you are really that completely and utterly desperately out of thirst. If you wee upwards, you can. I'm assuming that will completely empty your dirt or fill your dirtiness meter. Not a good thing to be doing, but it is a possible thing to do in this game. Hello, there's another one. Look, I don't care, okay? I don't care about your sewage wells that are full. We will at some point do one of those missions. Just that point isn't quite now. Right, garage. Let's get the lights on in here. This is also the most absurdly bright of lights going on here, but okay. We'll push the car in to here, but to do that, we're going to have to move some crap around if we can get out of the pit. There we go. Alright, we will put this to the side, and I'm really hoping when I'm going to push this car into here, it doesn't glitch everything out massively, because I can imagine that would be a really easy thing to do. Right, so if we stick this over in the corner here, okay, slightly in the fuel tank, but that's alright. We'll just dump that. Fuel tank, dump that there. That's fine, that's all the stuff balanced. We've got all of the glorious engine bits to be working on. That is what we're going to be hopefully working on. Oh, I like that they have all of these numbered. That's quite nice. That's nice of you, game. It could have been really mean and not. I think actually we're surprisingly well lined up for this. There are a couple of things that need tightening on the car that I forgot to I think there's some stuff around there. There's got a bits and pieces in the steering column, and there is the handbrake. For whatever reason, I had a brain fart and forgot that, of course, handbrake goes to the back wheels. I apologise for for that one. I do kind of know what I'm doing when it comes to cars. I should have known that one. Right. Okay, car. If we can just twist you. This is a little bit of a delicate procedure in terms of pushing. If this goes horribly wrong and we end up falling it in the pit, I'm not going to be happy. No, stop, car. Car. Okay, let's... Oh, dear. You know what I said about falling it in the pit? Oh. That was only a few millimetres away from complete and utter disaster. That's fine. It's fine. We haven't clipped the door, at least, in getting it. This is surprisingly difficult job of pushing the car around. Although you would expect pushing a car around to be surprisingly difficult. This is just surprisingly dangerous, pushing the car around. We've got an awful lot of toe out, I think, going on that front wheel. Now, I believe that is adjustable, which we might have to do. Or it could just be bent up because I've been faffing about pushing it around. That is equally possible. Is that looking like that's... It's kind of looking like I want to push the entire car a little bit more across. Can I do that? Oh, I can do that. Fantastic. Are we looking now lined up? I mean, if we push it forward a little bit, I think the way that it's... We might actually have to have a go at sorting out that wheel, because that's probably not helping matters, is it? I think I might have at some point when I was putting it together messed about with the wrong section, and that's why it has done that. So if we look in... Actually, now that we can do is grab this and run our way... Oh, we can't run when we've got this. We can we can jump while we are pulling this around, but we can't run. It's just going to be easier if I lift the bloody car up to get on the thing that I need. And it also means that when we're in a relatively confined space like this, I'm hoping we're going to glitch stuff out less if I'm doing stuff properly. Because I really don't want the car to spaz around and mess up sort of physics-wise when we're inside the garage. When it's outside, you know there's space for it to go. It doesn't really matter too much. But inside here, I don't know if the car can get stuck through the walls or just generally get damaged on the walls. So, yeah. Alright, that'll do, I suspect, to find the bit that I want to work on. There is... God, which one was it? I think that, possibly in there, that we need to get to potentially, if I have remembered things correctly, potentially fix up the wheel. Right, now, toolbox, are we going to open? We've got to be in the right place, click on the right thing at the right time, and then get the toolbox open. Alright, that bit there. I think it's the slightly floating nut is the one there that does things. So we've now got to try and find the correct spanner for it. It's not going to work. The fun guessing game of this lot. And then I'm hoping that I am actually now hitting the correct hitbox in all of this. Because if we're not hitting the correct hitbox, then well, this is all a waste of bloody time. Yeah, I think we probably are doing it from that angle. I kind of feel like it's probably going to be a bigger spanner than this one. But there we go. I guess get a better position. I do really want to have the car pushed forwards. It would make this whole thing a lot easier. But if we keep pushing it... Aha! Yeah, it is for that. Okay, so now we can straighten up the wheel. Like, I love that this is a thing. I love that this is a thing that you need to do. You need to sort out the alignment on the car. The level of detail is incredible. Now, as far as I can tell, there is no real way of measuring it. There is... I guess I could have just jumped down here to kind of see. It's a little bit far away, really, to get the thing that I'm looking for. Is that looking straighter? With that wheel, it was a hell of a lot better than it was. Let's face it. Oh, Christ. I forgot I was going to headbutt the car upwards again. That's a lot better than it was, isn't it? I mean, it might not be absolutely perfectly trued. I don't know if there is a way to properly align it. When I was at college and we did alignment, we had kind of everything set up with like string around the car and you would faff about with that. Quite a low tech. You can do it with lasers as well if you are more higher tech. Go away, real phone. I'm hoping you are not calling me to tell me that there is a sewage well that I need to take care of, because otherwise we're going to have some problems. It could be a drunk... well, it's not time of day for a drunk person to need picking up, and I don't know who on earth would be calling me for that, but there we go. They didn't leave a message, so it's obviously not important. Right, car. Car is on here. We will go and release that and then move that out of the way. Now, do we reckon we're good for pushing the car in? We need to just... I think we need to go around straight at the back end up, ever so slightly. This has been a surprisingly precarious operation to move the car. I mean, it's not quite as precarious as the whole lifting it up with the tractor forks. Because, well, yeah, that's silly. But it was good fun. But, yeah, this has been a little bit more precarious than I was expecting. Just simply trying to get a car into a garage is difficult on this game. Again, I like the challenge of that. I like the oddity of all of that. Just try to think. We might want to just push the car ever so slightly. And we're trying to do this in little movements. Ever so slightly that way. So it's a little bit more central on this pit. I think it's about as good as it's going to get. As I said, if things do go wrong, I think we can tow it and probably pull it out. But, I mean, that would have to be really disastrous, and that will probably break lots of bits and pieces in this car. Okay, in we go into the garage. Let's just have a stop quickly. Stop and check and make sure that we've not fallen in the pit and that we're not close. I mean, I would say that that is pretty spot on, actually. It's a little bit too far to one side, which we can rectify, but don't rectify it too much. Yeah, it's a tad far to one side, but let's have another quick check around here. I mean, that is absolutely perfect. Haha! We have got the car nice and positioned on the pit. Now we're going to have to go push it a little bit further forward. Okay, stop. That'll do. That will do very nicely. And now we can go under here. Look at that. Actual fact, are we... Aha, there we go. Okay, I was slightly crouched. Perfect. And now we can see everything underneath to work on. This is definitely making life much easier. There is, I believe, something I was told that needed tightening. Ah, there's the handbrake thing that needed tightening. I don't know if any of those are... Ooh. Ooh. Yeah. Okay. Don't mind me. Don't mind me. Just breaking physics ever so slightly. I have many magical abilities, including the magic bucket of water, and now apparently looking through walls. I mean, I'd be a really good burglar with these abilities. Anyway, shall we go get a toolkit? I'm sure I'm going to find new and interesting ways of losing important bits. Now that we have a pit to work around, I'm still going to find ways of losing important bits. Right, let's go and sort out these couple of bits and pieces that need doing. In fact, what we should probably be doing here is if we leave the toolkit up there, it might be easier to work with. Alright, 2 to bring up this, and then it's going to be some guesswork to tighten that up. That looks like a quite small one, so we're going to guess with a relatively small one. It might even be smaller than that. It's a little bit more time-consuming faffing about here when we have to kind of turn away a little bit further. That's what I did like about sort of dropping the toolkit into the toolbox into the car and working on bits like that. At least you could be quickly faffing around. Aha, it was the littlest of all of them. Right, so that is then the handbrake done, and we might actually go put the handbrake on, I guess. That would make sense, wouldn't it? Now that the car is in place relatively securely there. The handbrake now should definitely work. Okay, so that's definitely on. That should now stop the car from moving. Of course, the handbrake will be mechanical, so it doesn't matter that we haven't got the fluids in the car, etc. That should now have that locked. Have I missed anything else? Now that I can properly see around here, have I missed anything else? I mean, they all look done up, don't they? The brake lines all look on. Did I do the... I think I faffed about and got the lower brake lines done. They do all look tightened up as far as I can tell. And then that was all tightened from above. That was all tightened from above. Aha! Oh, wait, them. Okay, they were all, that stuff there's kind of all ready for when the engine needs to come in. They're tightened. Oh, just knocked my head on something. Aha! There is one in the centre there that isn't tightened that will need doing. Everything else here, though, I think is good. And then we have the steering column inside. Okay. Okay. Things are... I'm actually quite pleased with the... Oh, Christ. Careful game. Careful game. I think we're going to do that from outside because... Yeah, otherwise I'm going to have to keep faffing about and looking at the floor and so on to work with it, but that's all right. Shall we guess at a... We'll guess at a medium-sized one. Sure. Oh, carefully does it. That's not going to work there. I just wanted to see if I saw another line bit that needs tightening that I don't know if it's done or not. Alright, hold on. Crouch. One. Bloody hell. This is going to be a long day of faffing about with spanners, I think. I'm pretty sure I tightened up all of these little ones around the lines. I think I did all of them. Well, we're going to know when something falls off the car. And that's when we know we're in a little bit of bother. Maybe you... I'll try and remember now. It does look like a tiny one, doesn't it? Right. I think we're going to end up having to go through in order with this stuff. So that's not going to do that. We've found a good place here. I'm pleased with this. It's a balanced place. There we go. That can be done up there. And I think everything else looks done up in this engine area. Okay. Aha! That one there wasn't done up. Ha! We got that bugger now. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I did all the linkages stuff when we put that on. That is... Okay, that will be done up. It's not technically going into anything yet, but it will be done up as well. Ah. Okay, I think we are quite good in terms of the vehicle. And there probably will say I missed some around the radiator. I'm not sure if there is anything. I'm pretty sure I did all the radiator ones. I mean, I can't see anything else in there that really needs doing. As I said, there are some sort of texture ones around there, but they don't look like something that I can work on. And I'm pretty sure all the ones that were there I tightened. So, yeah. Oh, does that... Hold on, I've just had a thought again. I was remembering stuff people have mentioned. There is apparently a flashlight that works, so I assume that this would be it. Oh, it does work as well. Okay, it has now become daylight, but that's quite nifty. That is really quite nifty indeed. Okay, well we can put this back on here. That is the game phone going now. What could you possibly want? Is it going to be someone wanting firewood or another bloody sewage well? Like every day. Hello! Again, every day you call me because your dad is drunk. We'll have to do that at some point. We will have to go around them at some point. Anyway, engine. Let us start work on the engine. Now, let's clear a nice little space on this table. Yeah, we will go with the end table. Let's clear some space. I'll get this crap off of here. Now, with the various kind of bodywork bits, I did have a quick look at the order stuff was supposed to go into the car, so I roughly knew what I was doing. I haven't looked at anything regarding the engine, so I might bugger this up completely. We shall have to wait and see, really. I should kind of know what I'm doing, roughly, with this, but how well it's going to work, I don't know. Yeah, when I was at college, when we rebuilt engines, we had... I'm trying my best to figure out how it went, but we had like a little stand that you put the engine on. So it kind of sat, I guess it was kind of like being sat on one of these. It wasn't an engine hoist, but it was like a stand that you put it on that you could then rotate it around so you could work on it upside down and work on it the right way up and so on. And it kind of just sort of sat freestanding rather than, you know, having to have it on a table and so on. Unfortunately, we don't have one of them to be working with here. Right, so what we are going to want, we're going to want the... Ooh, hello. We're going to want these, I should think, today, because we're going to put... is there going to be a... Okay, right, that's not two separate ones. That can go over... Ooh, it can go over here. Got to be really careful not to ping one of these around all over the place as things go horribly, horribly wrong. Right, we have got pistons. Have we got the big end bearings around, or does this game not do them? I've got hubcaps up there. We've got radio. We have... I'm guessing when we put these on... Okay, we'll see how that works. We'll see how that works. Engine plate, oil pan, etc. What we've got down here, that's just a gearbox. And we've got some radiator hoses over in the corner. That's just a car jack, fuel tank pipe, and so on. Right, so I'm hoping if we now get the crankshaft, there it is, a camshaft, we've got all the various pulleys and so on. If we get this and plop that into place there, okay, that is a good start. Then we need these. Now, which end are these going to sit? I don't know. Okay, hold on. Let's drop that one down. So, main bearing 1 is going to sit, I would imagine, at either that end or that end, or nope. Oop, come back. Oh, God. It's going to be really bloody well camouflaged with the floor, I suspect, in doing this one. Right, well, that bit there is at least in place in there. That, now I'm trying to pick these up as straight as possible. That looks like it would sit in there, doesn't it? I would imagine that would go in place there. Now, I don't know why. Oh, bugger me. Oh, dear. I don't know why it's coming up with the... maybe got to put the maybe it wants me to put the pistons in first before putting the bearings in. Let's give that a try. Whoop. Okay, so if we now pick this up and stick that down like that, are we cool with that? I'm not sure this is the healthiest way of doing things, but bugger it. Okay, piston 1. Let's see if you are happy with going in. Oh Christ! Trying to think. Well, the best way to pick this. What's the best way to pick this up? Game, give me some assistance in this. Right, so we kind of want like that, and then kind of come from this angle. I think possibly. Maybe that's 4. Aha! Right. Okay, no. So that does want me to put the... I assume it wants me to put the bearings in first, because I dropped that in... I guess we will try it again, just to make sure, because we have had... I think it's the steering rack I put in that it got angry at me with putting in the wrong... Or it just kind of fell out the first time I did it, but then miraculously worked the next time around. So let's just make sure... Okay, right. So that was all going to ping apart. Got to check these things. Got to check these things. Right, piston. You can come back over here, and then you can sit down with the other ones, so that we don't lose all of you. Whew, I thought I'd lost it through the wall then. As long as it's not through the floor, okay. We can go get it from outside the house. It's if it goes through the floor. That's when we have issues. Right. So that goes in there. Main bearing 1. It's not happy. Like, it's coming up with the cross-hairy thingammy jig with the no the no sign. I'm not sure. Not sure why. Like, that makes sense to me that you put that in there, unless they're supposed to do something. Okay, let's have a look. Let's have a look through the parts. Let's have a look through the parts that we've got. Okay, flywheel, rocker cover, head gasket. That's all for the engine head that we don't need to worry about at the moment. Clutch and so on, camshaft and so on. We don't need to worry about any of them at the moment. That's a shadow. We don't need to worry about that either. Oil pan, engine plate, drive gear. Okay. Cylinder head, water pump pulley, alternator, rocker shaft. Again, we don't need to worry about any of that stuff yet, I wouldn't have thought. Timing cover, electronics, carburetor. What have we got on the top? We've got wheel houses, we've got gauges and a steering wheel. Okay, unless it is wanting me to put on something like this first. See, again, I'm not sure it wants me to put that on there particularly. Yeah, oh wait, hold on. I did spy a text, so perhaps it does want me to put that on first, and then we can put these in. We shall have to see on that one. Okay. Curious, because it definitely came up saying with the no... I could say no entry sign, but I guess that's the closest thing, really. No, we can't put the cover on first without having the other bits and pieces. That's not going to be a thing that we need yet. I'm confused as to why it's not letting me put the bearings on. Like, that kind of makes sense to me. That we would want to have them on first to keep all of that in place, so that I can then put the pistons on and then do that. But I don't know why it's not letting me do that. I'm sure there is something glaringly obvious that I'm not doing here, that I've just slipped my mind at this precise moment in time, and that's why it's not working. Indeed. I am not quite sure what it might be. I really didn't want to have to cheat and go look at the guides to figure this one out. However, let's just try. Now that we've got that on, again, this I very highly doubt will work, but it is worth a go, seeing as we are here. Crap. We're going to have to pick it up from this angle, I think. Oh, no, come back. No, it's trying to get it at the right angle so that we can then drop it in at the right angle. It's a little bit awkward on here sometimes, because I've only got the scroll wheel to spin it, so you've got to pick it up looking at it from the right angle so that the scroll wheel spins it in the way that you want it to spin it, like that. That's perfect. And that's not letting me... wait, and... Okay, no, so that's not happying it at all. Okay, we can put the cover bit on fine without that in place somehow. Bloody engine. I knew it was a dumb idea to try this. God, I feel like this should work, but it just simply isn't. And I'm just going insane trying the same things over and over again, I know. Yeah, I feel like that wants to go on one of these at least, somewhere. That should... Aha! I'm not going insane, it just wasn't quite at the right bloody angle. I am not completely stupid. Thank God for that. Right. I'm happy now, relatively happy now. I'm slightly annoyed that it took us God knows how many minutes. I don't even want to look at the recording time to figure out how many minutes it took for me to get the bearing to go on. I think what we're going to do here is clear out some of this paint. Go away! Go away! And away! I might want the orange, so we're going to keep that on the table. You can go over that way. Who might want the black as well. I don't know if we can do freehand painting of the car, and I don't know what happens if we lose these, particularly, but they can go over that corner, because we need the space for the toolkit to go on this side of the table. Right. Drop that lot over there. Toolkit. Now, let's not knock everything over now that we've finally got everything precariously... Oh, dear. Everything precariously balanced. Right, and then we need to find something to do that up with. And we are back to the joyous, joyous guessing game. I'm kind of thinking that these are probably going to be two larger ones for that. And I don't quite remember where I started in this list. Well done for me. Yeah, I did see someone comment somewhere that we need an adjustable spanner. It would kind of make doing this a little bit quicker until it was useless and broke. But up until that point, this would be a lot quicker. No, clicked on the wrong one as well. That doesn't help matters. There we go. Right, we will get that in place, and then we'll get the other ones. And then there will be some progress having been made on our engine. Now, what we want to do is pick these up from this angle, I think, and then spin, and then that can go on there, and then we'll get this one here as well in place. Am I doing this the right way round, though? That is the question. Yes, indeed. Oh, I actually have to do it the right way round, as long as it's kind of at the right angle. That seems to do the trick. I'll take it either way. Now, with them in place, if we then spin the engine around, we should be able to... Hold on. So, spin engine around like that angle, so we can work on it on the end if need be. There we go. Now, let's go get some pistons. See if they will fit in and not glitch everything out. Haha! They do! Excellent. Okay, so we don't have to worry about the pistons having the big end bearing. That kind of... Yeah, so that's like a separate entity we have to find. That's well, it doesn't show it on the actual piston itself. What could you possibly want now? Look, I'm busy. I'm busy building an engine, and it's actually going well. Everyone in a single day has filled up their sewage well. This is quite impressive, guys. I don't know what you're feeding them around here, but yeah, apparently they fill up their sewage wells every single bloody day. Right, engine. We're in the flow. We've got the rhythm going at the moment. I'm going to press the right key eventually to get the thing out that we need, possibly that we need. Nope, that's not it. Oh, god damn it. Case, come over here because I'm lazy. You maybe. These look... Aha, yeah, I was going to say, these look like tinier or smaller ones, so that should work there. Okay, let's go get the other 2 pistons. 2 pistons? 3 pistons. Yes, we've got a 4-cylinder engine here. I can count, alright? Honest, I can count. Is a thing that I can do. That will go in there. The 3rd one will go in here. Ooh, find the... space where it is lined up with nicely, and the 4th one over there. Huh. Well, I am quite pleased with how this is going, having finally got the bloody bearings to sit in correctly. Yeah, it is a little bit fiddly. It is a little bit fiddly on that one. I did try all sorts to get it to work, but I wasn't going mad. We have got the engine at least partway built at this stage, and I am okay with that. We are going to finish off today. I'm going to just go and tighten up the steering column because I'm going to keep forgetting to do that. So, yeah, because we stuck this in last time, and as you can see in there, are there 2 that haven't been tightened? Yeah, there are 2 that haven't been tightened, so if we can do that, then I can know that all of this stuff is done, basically. I'm going for a medium sort of sized one, is probably what we're going to be needing. Possibly. There we go. Steering column is done there. Car is now nice and safely in the garage. It now doesn't matter what time of day it is because we can work on it in here, regardless of what it's doing outside. Well, I think a solid day indeed. We will go and finish off with, or finish up with having some more food. We have got a fair amount of food lying about. Oh, good God! Don't die! Don't die! There's a drink here. We're all good. Okay, we're fine. We nearly died having a box of something or other. What was it? I didn't pay. Macaron box. We very nearly died just having one of these. We've got a couple of sausages over there. I think we do still have a fridge full of goodies. We might have to... I say we might have to do another shopping trip. We are going to have to go back to the shop anyway because we've got to get the various fluids for the car and a fan belt, I believe. So we're going to have to head over there at some point. I think we might take a trip with the sewage truck. We might maybe next time out. I might just focus on the engine next time out. We might have to take a trip and complete one of these missions and go shopping for more supplies. But the car is coming along quite nicely. We actually got it into the garage without falling it down. I suspect you lot were expecting me to end up in the pit with the car. I have no doubt that that is what you're expecting of me, but we managed to avoid it. I might go and grab the exhaust out of here before we... Actually, I guess it could probably stay. Because before we forget about it and wonder where on earth it is, but it's going to end up cluttering up the side. Anyway, yeah, we got the car into the garage safely with a little bit pushing around. I do love how absurdly strong you are. When it comes to pushing the car, the engine is making some good starts with this. Still got plenty more to be doing. However, yeah, things are going surprisingly well with the car. However, that is going to be it for this video, guys. Thank you very much for watching, and until next time, goodbye.